The biggest news of the week comes straight from UEFA. Barcelona is officially returning to the Champions League at a partially rebuilt Camp Nou. It's the approval fans have been waiting for, and it couldn't come at a better moment. At the same time, construction across the stadium has exploded with activity as workers rush to prepare key areas before Saturday's reopening. From concrete pours to new supports and interior finishes, this week shows real momentum. Let's jump into all the progress. The biggest news of the week comes from UEFA. After months of delays, safety license issues, and multiple postponed reopening dates, UEFA has officially approved Barcelona's return to Champions League action at the partially rebuilt Camp Nou. The timing couldn't be bigger. The stadium will reopen in La Liga on November 22nd against Athletic Bilbao, and just 2 weeks later, it will host Eintracht Frankfurt on December 9th. Capacity is limited to 45,000 while the top tier remains unfinished. But for the club, the green light marks a crucial step toward financial and sporting stability. Gol Sur is easily the busiest part of the stadium right now. You can see a concrete mixer and pump working non-stop, pouring fresh concrete across the lower stretch of the stand. Workers are clustered around the pillars, some already wrapped in rebar, others waiting for their final section before the next pour. A few prefabricated bleacher rows are already in place, but several are still missing toward the top. Even with the rush, you can feel real momentum in this sector. It finally looks like it's coming together. The south corner is full of movement, with workers gathered around beams and structural connections that will link the corner to the lateral stand. For the first time, that separation between both zones is nearly gone. Prefabricated pieces sit on the ground ready to be lifted, and aerial platforms keep rising and lowering as crews adjust supports. The area has a colder, dusty atmosphere because of the ongoing cutting and fitting of slat supports. It's one of the most transformed spaces this week, messy, active, but finally taking shape. The lateral zone and parking ramp are almost fully concreted, and this week, they pushed even harder. 2 concrete pumps worked at the same time to finish the remaining sections, and you can actually see the fresh layer rising slightly above the older surface. Workers inside the ramps were putting up scaffolding, preparing the upper wall for its next steps. Material trailers parked nearby carry prefabricated stairs and rebar, showing how much is still being installed. It's one of the clearest signs that they're trying to close every pending gap before Saturday. Around the slat installation zone, the activity hasn't slowed down at all. Vertical pieces, cross braces, and horizontal mounts are scattered across the floor, waiting to be attached. Aerial platforms move constantly as crews work on the lower rows of slats, kicking up dust every time they cut or adjust a section. Some supports are already fixed, others are halfway there, creating a mix of finished and unfinished strips along the facade. It's clear this is still a work-heavy area, but you can finally see the system starting to form a consistent pattern. Up at Gol Norte, the pace feels different, still active, but not as advanced as the south. A concrete pump sits ready near the upper pillars, where some of the top sections still need to be poured. Fresh rebar deliveries arrived on a trailer, stacked in big bundles across the floor. Workers on lift platforms handle small fixes along the beams, adding mortar in certain areas. Even though this part will stay closed for Saturday's match, the progress suggests they're trying to get it ready as soon as possible to push capacity closer to 60,000. The north corner remains one of the most demanding areas. A cluster of platforms surrounds the staircase structure, where new steel pieces are being fitted into place. Some rows look nearly finished, but others still have gaps waiting for supports. Behind the diamond zone, workers were moving rebar and setting up formwork around the columns. You can tell this area is still behind the rest, but the amount of manpower concentrated here shows how crucial it is to close it out. Everyone's waiting for visible progress on that diamond shape to really kick off. The Tribuna feels calmer compared to the goal areas, but there's still steady work happening. Crews were installing thin pipes beneath the slab, leaving a small gap between the left and right runs. A lift platform worked deeper inside the structure, adjusting pieces around the staircase fronts. Some scaffolding has been there for days, showing this is more of a slow, detailed phase rather than big structural changes. Even so, every small adjustment here matters, especially with fans returning and these paths needing to be fully functional and safe. At the club store, we finally get a glimpse of finishing touches. Workers on the ceiling were installing rock wool insulation, sliding those thick yellowish panels into place. Several sections are already covered, giving the roof a more complete look. You can even see them carrying new pieces in as they extend the insulation further across the store. It's a subtle update, but it signals the move from heavy construction toward interior comfort and weatherproofing. After months of structural noise, this part finally feels like it's entering its final phase. This week's update shows a stadium pushing hard toward the finish line. Gol Sur is pouring concrete non-stop. The corners are filled with platforms and workers tightening every detail, and the lateral zone is almost fully sealed. Up north, progress is slower but steady, with new rebar, pending pillars, and preparations that hint at a near future opening. Even the store area is moving into interior finishes, with that new rock wool insulation. With the Bilbao match only days away, the momentum is real, but there's still plenty riding on the final stretch. If you enjoyed this update, hit like and subscribe to Goat Sports. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.